Welcome to Cooking with Dad. Today I'm going to teach you how to make cheese enchiladas. Now this is a really easy thing to make. So you're going to need some ingredients. First thing, of course, corn tortillas. I got these from Northgate. Alright. So I have my passport ready to get in there. Okay. And you will need, of course, cheese. I got this at Vaughn's. I didn't get around to going to Stater Brothers, so normally this would be a bag of Stater Brothers cheese. You can get the Monterey Jack, or you can get the Mexican blend, which has Monterey Jack and cheddar and queso fresco and some other kind of Mexican cheese. So, but we'll start off with this. This is easy. You will need an onion. And we're going to chop it up nice and small, like that. Now that's optional, so you can add the fresh onion inside with your cheese, and then when you cook it, it doesn't taste like raw onion. It's just sweet, and it's got a little bit of a crunch, but it doesn't have that real bitter or strong taste or odor. Again, it's optional, but you might end up liking it. When we go to Don Jose's, they have onions mixed in the cheese. Alright, so, and then the other thing you'll need is some enchilada sauce. We got Las Palmas. Normally we always use El Pato, but we decided to go with Las Palmas because I think this might be just a little bit milder. El Pato, they make two different ones. They make the one in the red label, which I think that's like a regular enchilada sauce, but they make a hot one in the yellow label. So if you like hot enchiladas, that's great, but maybe your mom or your grandma might not be able to handle real hot, spicy food. But this should be okay. Alright, we'll start by chopping up your onion. And you want to slice this up real thin, like this. And I like to cut them up kind of fine. It just has a little nicer texture. And I cut up I cut up a whole onion here. But you can use the onion for a couple of different things, not just the enchiladas, but you can use it when I show you how to make Mexican rice. That looks pretty good. In your bowl.
Hey, no barking.
Now you're ready for the next step. Set that there for a minute. Okay. This is the other thing I forgot to mention that you need. You need oil. we're going to cook the tortillas. We're not going to completely fry them hard like a taco shell. What we're going to do is we're just going to soak them in the oil for just a few seconds to make them soft, so that you can roll them up and then they don't break apart. Okay. So put a little bit of oil in here, and have it right there.
How much?
There we go.
How much is that?
It's about half a cup of oil.
I think it was more like a few tablespoons of oil.
Well, no, because you want them to soak in there. Okay, now we have the oil hot, and I'm going to turn it down a little bit, so we don't want it super hot. And the next thing that you want to do is you want to have a plate with some paper towels, because that's where we're going to put our tortillas after we soak them in oil for a little bit. And I also have a bowl of cheese right here. That way you're not constantly shoving your paws inside the bag. You can just get a little bit and put it in the tortillas. Okay, so, and the other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a casserole tray, okay? And a pair of tongs. Maybe, I wonder if a spatula would work better for this.
Tongs.
All right.
Because you're going.
I think these are going to cut through.
Well, you're going in and out real fast.
All right. Okay, so we put the tortilla in.
Yep.
Okay.
Turn it.
Let it soak for a few seconds, and then you flip it over.
It's too long.
Oh, that's fine. Just do that a few more times. There you go. See, now all that we're doing is we're just softening up the tortillas. Because if you don't soften them up, they'll crack as soon as you start manipulating them. Just a little bit more.
We don't get a copyright strike. The music.
We're just gonna make this private. Okay, just for review. Okay, now, so this is a medium heat, okay? Now, when you put your tortilla in, put the end closest to you first, and then away from you. And notice how it's bubbling there? You just have it in there for just a couple seconds, and we just pull it out. We don't want to leave it in there too long, because if you leave it in there too long, they get too soft, and then the tongs just break right through them. And when you put in the side closest to you first, that's the safest way to do it, so you don't splash oil on yourself accidentally. If it does make a splash, it splashes away from you. Okay. Okay, one last one. Okay. Closest side to you first goes in first, then away from you. Let it bubble for a couple seconds, then flip it over, and then take it out. See? Just a few seconds. Now they're soft enough to manipulate, and you can roll them with the cheese and the onions. Alright, so now we're going to put them in our casserole. I'm going to take one of these since it's not too hot, and we place it in there. And we put in some cheese. I know. And then you put in a little bit of onions on top. And roll it up. There you go. There's one.
Let's come back after the...
Okay, we had to pause because the cars were making a lot of noise. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Lay the tortilla in there. Get some cheese. A little bit more cheese. Just kind of shove it all in there. And then sprinkle a little bit of onions. Okay, I push it in with my thumbs. And then roll over it. Roll over Beethoven. Okay. And you stay close. Now the nice thing when we do it like this is even if the cheese spills out, that's okay because it's in the pan and you're not making a mess everywhere. And besides, you'll end up scooping some of it out with your enchiladas when you serve them up. Let's do this again. Right there. Some cheese, a little more cheese, some cebollas, onions, sprinkle, that's a little much, okay, and then shove the cheese under your thumbs, and then roll it over. See, that helps keep them closed. Okay, so I managed to get 9 enchiladas in this casserole tray. You can probably, well, you know what? We can fit more in here. So we're gonna put some enchilada sauce in there now.
Don't you want to save some?
Yeah. That's all we could fit in there anyway. Okay. And then you just sprinkled some cheese on top of it. You can be generous with this. That's why they're called cheese enchiladas. There we go. Now you preheat your oven to 375 and you put your enchiladas inside and let them cook for about 40 minutes. There you go. Just put those in there. We have some leftovers.
Oops, it looks dirty.
And
What's the temperature?
about 40 minutes.
375 for, I'd say, half an
40
hour.
minutes.
Half an hour.
All right.
Check it.
Yeah.
All right.
You can always check later. And that's how you make it. Okay, so at 375, we left the enchiladas in for 25 minutes, and it looks like they're ready to come out right now. And they look good. We'll set that right there. And there you go, enchiladas. So, okay, let's broil. There we go. Now it's on. Okay, so after you pull them out of the oven, let them rest for about 10 minutes before you serve them. Okay? And there you go. Hope you guys like them.